Alright, continue where we left off. So we got Dr. Facilier in Dr. Terminus's form, Queen Narissa and Hoagie versus the Master Control Program and Commander Sarg. So these three have arrived to the MCP's base until they run into Commander Sarg. And hold on. I like this music. It looks like he's getting Hoagie to, like, hey Hoagie, deal with him, okay? Yeah, I always feel sorry for Hoagie. Oh, leave Hoagie alone. Well, Narissa got some certain magic to deal with this. Yeah, that program. He's like, hold me, please. I'm scared. Nah, get on me. You're a grown man. Quit acting like a baby. Just something I thought he would have said. If you see Tron or only play Kingdom Hearts 2, the level world of Tron, you know the Master Control Program has turned Commander Sarg into a giant. Look how giant! Yeah, I like the reaction that they're being surprised that Sarg is a giant. Again with the harpoon gun. Narissa is going to turn into the dragon. Finally, we get to see her dragon form. Well, since in the dragon form in the live action world, that's the only footage we got. The one from the movie Enchanted, of course. We never get to see her dragon form in the animated world, only in the real world. I mean, in the movie Enchanted, that is. Looks like the Shadow Man is using the book now again. Oh, I guess it's the equivalent of "You Mogwai might find me so," or however you pronounce, kind of like the cheese spell from Jackie Chan Adventures. I'm starting to wonder what the heck is with that pyramid-like throne. Looks like they all won. And now they're going back to the hand-drawn universe. And next, but now we get to the final match between Xemnas and Maleficent, along with Riku. I like the editing that makes it like he's calling Maleficent pathetic.
Do you need some help? The Keyblade.
He doesn't even sound surprised. He's like, oh look, the Keyblade.
Yes, a Keyblade. It holds the power to unlock people's hearts. Allow me to demonstrate. Behold! Now!
Using the whole clips from Kingdom Hearts, huh?
Now, open your heart. Surrender it to the darkness. Become darkness itself.
Yeah, Kingdom Hearts is all light and darkness stuff. Light versus darkness. The classic conflict. The weird part is that her true darkness is, you know, her irregular dragon form from Sleeping Beauty. Now that she's in her dragon form, now she's gonna fight Xemnas. Or she thinks she defeated him. Actually, that's Ansem possessing Riku. Yeah. And here's the fake Sora, as I am sure it's a phony balloony. Well, he does grow older in the games series later, like Kingdom Hearts 2. And of course, turns out it was Zexion, disguising himself as Sora. Oh, now he's panicking. Please don't hurt me. Now, Xemnas is using Kingdom Hearts to make them even more powerful by wearing a zebra coat. Yeah, like that's something to be afraid of. Okay, all jokes aside, that's just him with more power. Managed to took down Riku, Now it's Maleficent that's left for him to deal with. Took her down. Yep. But turns out Ansem has showed up. Okay, this is my favorite part. Two of the most batty Kingdom Hearts villains left to battle each other. One commanding the Heartless and the other commanding the Nobodies. This was before the whole Dream Drop Distance and Kingdom Hearts 3 where they all teamed up. So this was made in 2012. This round is. Even the whole series and wars were made in like 2010s and stuff. Now he's going. Yep. Killed Xemnas. There, Shan Yu, Captain Hook, and Pete arrive after the tough battles. And Maleficent is okay. But wait, what about Riku? And now they ask an answer to bring them back to their dimension. Oh, and also bring these losers back to their home universe. And now for the epilogue. Another Kingdom Hearts music. Can this round give me any more not be perfect? I mean, this is just perfect for me. Now in the Forbidden Mountains, in the hand-drawn universe, yeah, they're shocked to see the return of Maleficent. It's like, are we back? This is my fortress. We are home. Oh, and there's Captain Hook, like, oh, it's Stish. Shen Yu and Pete. I like how he's closing his eyes, like, are we home now? Did we die? And we're back, babies! Yep, now they're returned to the hand-drawn realm. After their struggle in the CGI realm. And then we see the Jasper and Horace are being released from prison. But it turns out Cruella de Vil has got them freed. You're talking about your business of finishing off what you've started from your crime in front of the police guard. And then we see this bold villain, whose name I forgot, from Darkwing Duck, is in a meeting with another villain who wants to take over the crime underworld. And it's Shere Khan! Wait a minute, I thought you died! How'd you get back to life? And turns out that's not really Shere Khan. It's sort of his doppelganger. Actually, that kind of makes more sense than having Tailspin be connected to Jungle Book. I mean, yeah, it is Shere Khan from the Jungle Book, but this one is a doppelganger. Even in the villain's wiki page, there's 2 pages of Shere Khan. Tailspin is basically like, if you take the Jungle Book characters, with the exception of Mowgli and any characters that are living in the Man Village, put them in a World War II steampunk era where everyone's anthropomorphic and Baloo is an air pilot. And Kilui owns like a smoothie bar. And Shere Khan is basically the CEO of his own company. The big businessman. And it kind of makes sense for this Shere Khan to be a doppelganger. But with the same name. Because that would have got the confusion is out of the way. Oh, actually, I would have thought he would have. When I first watched this, I thought he would have betrayed that bowl just to bring the crime underworld back to David Xanatos. It's something I kind of thought, but actually, spoilers, I guess, he did get to work with David Xanatos now. I would have thought he would have betrayed the alliance he's working with just to help David Xanatos out. You know, help the people who worked with David Xanatos, because he'd be the backstabber. I would have think he and Xanatos would be pals and stuff. I'm just saying, that would have been interesting. Then in Agrabah, we see... Yeah, this goofball is the Sultan. And... Okay, when I first saw this, I was, like, confused. Like, that does not look like something from Disney. Hold on. It does not look like something from Disney. Okay, look at that. That looks like something that came out of Avatar: The Last Airbender. It kind of does. Look at the animation. It's similar. Yeah, even I was even confused. Like, I had no idea who this is. What are you, the non-Disney Ozai? I mean, you look similar to Avatar. But I did look up. It turns out it's from the series called Witch. I'm going to leave the link down below, and believe it or not, that show is my favorite. And yeah, this character is Prince Phobos, and he's going to take over Agrabah. And then we see Mesagog has gathered his own army of the Morganians. Oh yeah, in this series he was the apprentice of Morgan Le Fay. Or in this movie of The Sorcerer's Apprentice, it's Morgana Le Fay. So we get the villains from The Sorcerer's Apprentice, of course, because what would be the Morganians without these guys from The Sorcerer's Apprentice? This knight who, I guess, a Power Ranger knight, and this dude, hey bro, what up? And all I get is that this is Necrola, who's like the mistress of the underworld. Then back in the hand-drawn realm, we see Duke Ickthorn, Prince John Sirhis and Sheriff of Nottingham, and Governor Ratcliffe are prisoners of Macbeth. One of Frollo's most trusted advisors, who's the second in command. Now, back in the CGI realm, we see Ansem recruit Vanitas. Aha! Interesting. And now we see, back in the hand-drawn realm in Queen Grimhilda's castle, we see Dr. Facilier back in his form, and his real color skin. Along with Hoagie, who we'll see what he's in the form of. Shocked to see old hag Narissa. Queen Grimhilda, I'm sorry. Yes, this is Hoagie's form in the animated realm. Look, he got all chubby and he's got whiskers. Now you're fat. And used magic voodoo on her. And he's scared. Now she's young again, and of course she has returned. I don't know how she survived from her first defeat in round 1, part 1. And it turns out Hades is mad because his rival is back. Epic. Glad I got this covered up.